What's up and welcome back, guys. I am your host, GeekNerdy, and today I have a shirt on. Scooby-Doo. But I can take it off if you want. This is awkward. Okay. But today I would like to talk about relationships. What really made me think about this is my big cousin and his wife just had a 10th anniversary. And then last night, me and my dude had some issues or whatever, and long talks and things of that nature. But today I want to talk about relationships in my S.A.D series because relationships are always stressful. And you know, you being stressed out in a relationship and having anxiety makes you, go through things and say things and do things that others may not do and may not comprehend because they can only see it from their point of view. But when in a relationship, to me, I'm hot, y'all, and I'm drinking tea. When in a relationship, to me, I believe that you have to open your mind up. And so there are 4 things I want to focus on today. 4 things, and yes, I have notes. Observations, critical thinking, comprehension, and perspective. So first and foremost is observations. Throughout school, it's something that you learned. You learn to observe because when the teacher is writing on the board, you're observing what she's writing or he's writing, and you're trying to understand how to get to, the end point, just like they're trying to show you. So your observations should always be first and foremost, I feel like, in your mindset when you're in a relationship, because observations is paying attention carefully, guys, carefully, so that you can gain information, so you can comment or have a statement on something that you've heard, seen, or noticed. So when you're observing someone in a relationship, it's easy to know things that they may like or dislike because you're paying attention to them. You're seeing these things. And so they shouldn't have to tell you certain things that they like or dislike. I know you may want to ask, like that would be a good thing to do. Like, oh, you like this, or you like that, or you dislike this, or dislike that. That's how you get to know somebody. It's through observation. Even with friends, that's how you get to know if, oh, I'm gonna like this person, or I'm gonna dislike this person. Because of the things that they say, the things that they do, the way that they act. You can see that. You're observing that. That's just a normal everyday thing that you do. And so in a relationship, this is something that you should just naturally do. Just naturally. Because if you're not paying attention to the person that you care about or love, do you really care about or love them? Just put that in your head. If I love you, I should be paying attention to you. Just like when people have kids, you observe how they act. So you can understand, oh, okay, well, baby wants something to drink. Baby need a diaper change. Like, that's just part of it. It's how it works. And then number 2, critical thinking, analyze facts and info to reach a decision or conclusion. It say facts and info. Now, info was also an observation. So you can gain info. Critical thinking is analyzing that information to understand and comprehend that person just a little bit better than you previously knew them. That's how you get to know that person and start liking that person. To me, people clearly and obviously go off of looks, first and foremost. to know if they like somebody or something like that. But that's really not how it should go. You should observe that person, see the type of person that they are, and then try and understand the type of person that they are. And then be like, okay, well, I like them because they do this. I like them because they do this, that, blah, 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 blah. Not because, oh, they fine. Damn, mama got a big booty. Like, no, that's not it. That's not the reason that you should like that person or love that person. Just because they can do something right to you or make you feel good in some type of way, that's not a reason to like or love that person. You have to give more valid reasoning as to why you like or love somebody. You can't just be like, oh, they fam. Okay, I mean, just because you was born and I was born of the same blood don't mean I like or love you. It's just not how it works. I have to like or love you as a person in order for me to like or love you in general. If I don't like you as a person, then I can't say that I love you. I just can't, like, because to me, I'll be lying. And that leads me to number 3, comprehension. You have to comprehend the difference between like, love, and the actual person. Just because you like or love that person, that doesn't mean that person like or loves you back. That doesn't mean that that person is going to comprehend you in order to like or love you back. They might love you, but only because you look good, or only because you got that pop, or only because you got that, I don't know, big dick energy. Like, that could be like the only reason that they say that they love you. But they don't understand that they don't really love you, because they're just saying it because that's what they've been taught. Everyone has been taught to be like, oh, I love this person just based off one thing. Do you love the person as a whole is the real question. Do you? Do you want that whole person? Do you want to marry that person? Do you feel like going from point A to Z, y'all will make it? Then you might want to rethink their relationship. Because if you can't comprehend that person or understand that person to where you feel like, oh, okay, well, I can be with this person day in, day out, and not have no issues. Because we can be together and both be in our own 2 separate worlds, or we can be together and both of us can sit here and entertain each other, or we can be together and both of us could just be quiet and sit there and watch a movie or YouTube or anything. And it's just so copacetic. It's just so natural that it only makes sense. Which leads me to perspective. Perspective is thinking of something from one's own point of view, which means you're literally thinking of it from your beliefs and your expectations and your experiences. That means your vision is only one-sided. You got 2 eyes, but you only seeing one thing. Like, that's so weird to me, is that people don't understand or comprehend the point of seeing things from somebody else's perspective when your whole body is split in half. Left side, right side. Left brain, right brain. Like, all of you is split in half. How can you not see things from 2 different perspectives? Only one side of your brain works? No, that's not how it works. Now, yes, one side of your brain may be stronger than the other. You may be more creative rather than critical thinking, or you may be more of a, critical thinker, scientist type person more than a creative. But that both of those things go hand in hand. If you can't make someone think and learn and grow and change, well, not change, it's just growing. Because to me, I don't like the word change, because people always be like, well, I'm gonna change this one, or this person gonna be different when they with me. Yeah, they should be different when they with you, because y'all both should be different. Two different people. Because when you're in a relationship together, you can no longer be that single person. And I think a lot of people don't comprehend that when you're in a relationship, it's a contract. You've contracted yourself to that person. You've agreed to this agreement to be together. You can't just add on a contract. I mean, you can, but there's consequences. So that means when you've contracted yourself to this person, that means there's an agreement there that you're willing, key word is willing, to change, not change, but grow. Grow together. Both of y'all. Because one of y'all may be the plant, the other may be the water, but both of y'all end up being in that plant. Both of y'all end up making it grow. Because that seed itself cannot just grow out on its own. It needs the water, the nourishment, the love, support in order to grow. And if you can't be that water, that nourishment to the seed, then why do you want to be with that person? Because you have to nourish that person, and that person also has to nourish you in return. So y'all can grow together. And I love this definition of perspective from the art standpoint. In drawing, perspective gives you, your drawing, the appearance of depth and distance. Depth. That's what a relationship is. If you're going to invest years with someone, that's depth. That's growing. That's more put in together. And if y'all can't get through, I don't know, let's say a year or so without arguing or constantly fighting and not growing from those things, then you will never make it. If somebody sits you down and gives you information after information after information about who they are, what they like, blah, 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 and at the end of the day, you can listen to it, but not comprehend it and put it into a whole process, then there's no point in listening to it. You might as well never heard the person in the first place. Same in return. If that person can only see the negative things that you're doing, such as like, I don't know, maybe you're a club goer, or maybe you're a recluse and like to stay in the house all the time, and the other person, just, that's not their thing. Stay in the house all the time. They want to go somewhere. They want to do this. They want to do that. Okay. I mean, you just have to be more willing. Even if you are a recluse, you have to be more willing to open yourself up and go out and do things out of your comfort zone. But in return, the person that loves to go out and constantly do things, they have to remember that, okay, well, baby likes being home. Just because somebody is a recluse does not mean that they don't like being where they are or doing the things that they do. They may love those things, but if you don't comprehend the fact that, oh, well, they like to do this because it's good or fulfilling to them, then you can't grow. You can't grow at all because you're not comprehending where that person is coming from. You're not trying to think about it. You're not trying to see the perspective of theirs at all. You're just seeing your own. Relationships are a compound of a lot of different things. Like these 4 basic things right here: observations, critical thinking, comprehension, perspective. These are things we are taught in school. I mean, may not just be in general, but like we were taught these things because this is how we learned. And if you can't apply how you learned in school to real life, then what did you learn in school? That's all I got today, guys. I appreciate you for watching. Let me know if any of these things will help you. I really want to do a part 2 on this because I feel like work-life balance, relationship, family balance, there's multiple other things. I feel like relationships, there's things that constantly deal with your relationship, because relationship is 24/7. There's not a moment of the day that you are not in that relationship. You may feel like there's, times that you're not in the relationship, but you are, because you're contracted to it. It's work for you now. It's a career for you now, especially if you want to be with that person for the rest of your life. Thanks for watching, guys. GeekNerdy.